It's time to put God first in your life. This is something that God has really put in my heart to say to you guys because earlier I was having a conversation with a friend, and something that was brought up in our conversation was idolization. We were talking about like putting God first in our life, but also the distractions that were hindering our relationship with God. These distractions included stuff like our phone, um, soccer, video games, people even. But these things that were distracting us from God, we were spending too much time with these things rather than spending time with God. For example, we were spending way more time on our phone, video games, that stuff, but we weren't spending enough time with God. God wants to be first in our lives. The first commandment of the Bible is this: you shall have no other gods before me. God wants to be the center of your life. I heard this analogy where it says a fish cannot survive out of the water, a tree cannot survive without its roots, and humans cannot survive without God. Without God, we cannot survive. Without Him, we are nothing. But sometimes we spend more time with distractions, idols, rather than spending time with God. In a way where we love these things more than God. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 37, it says, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. If you love other things more than God, you're not worthy of Him. But God wants to be first in your life. He doesn't want you to put all these things before Him. Like for me and my friend, we were soccer players. We are soccer players. And we have dreams of making it to the pro level. But sometimes this desire, we put this goal, this dream ahead of God. We focus on our desires, like soccer and that stuff, and we put it before God. But God wants to be first in our life, and these distractions are pulling us away from Him. I'm not saying that wanting to go pro, I'm not saying that spending time on your phone is a sin, but spending more time on those things rather than spending time with God is a sin. In a way, it's idolizing those things. It's making those things your God, which completely makes God jealous, because he wants you to put Him first in your life. He wants to be the only God in your life. He wants to be in the center of your life. The phone is a huge distraction amongst the younger generations. I see a lot of people spending 7, 8, maybe even 10 hours a day on the phone, but they spend like 30 minutes, even no time with God every single day. But God wants to be first in your life. He doesn't want to be second. He doesn't want to be third. First. He wants to be first in your life. So you have to get rid of those distractions. You have to look into your heart. You're going to wonder, you're going to find out, what is first in my life? What do I prioritize in my life? And if it's not God, then you have to change that. Because without God, we are nothing. We rely on God. And if He's not first in our life, then what are we doing? But the point that I'm trying to make today is that those things are distracting you. They're pulling you away from God. So you have to spend more time with God. You have to put Him first in your life. You have to put Him in the center of your life. God bless you guys.